was the last day of 60. Today I'm 61. Here's my son Timothy. And
Happy birthday, Papa.
of course, everybody knows who's taking the picture. My older boy, Rob.
Turn the camera around so they can see your face. That's me. That's me.
Just work today. Same as you.
Not
How
me.
about you, Tim?
Not me.
No,
Monday.
he's retired.
Monday. I've been on an extended vacation
I got a surprise.
from
Ooh.
birthday party. Happy birthday.
So
Oh,
it's
guess
like-
what? I did too. You know what my surprise phone call was? You owe me 4.5 weeks of back pay.
Phew. Oh, okay, excuse me. All right, Grandmas, get to the table, please. I know you're on
in everybody's place because I don't know where anybody's sitting.
All right, now, I didn't know what would be easiest. Do you think it would be easiest for Grandma to sit there?
Yeah.
And then, and Jean here, and then you and Robbie and Tim, and then I'll sit here because I can get it up and down easier, and I need to do that.
Where do you want me?
On the end there.
Oh, yeah.
Or what? Well, what is it?
Are you good boy? Whose birthday is it today, Kevin? Whose birthday is it? Yours?
Kevin.
Whose?
Gotta go. Grandpa Bob.
Good boy.
Did you give Grandpa Bob a hug and a kiss?
No, I didn't give Grandma one.
You didn't give great grandma a kiss yet?
He did,
You
Helen.
did not.
Well, he certainly did, baby.
What can I tell you?
You don't,
You don't know what I'm dealing with.
Nancy, do you want to say anything special?
every time the same thing falls,
You know, the thing is, when the thing is cold, it doesn't.
well, it just fell over them.
Hey, you guys, you know what?
Well, it's okay.
No, it's good.
Let me get better food on there.
What's it on for?
Okay.
6 o'clock in the morning. Your Grandpa McAleese came over to our house, and I said to Grandma, I think I gotta go to the hospital. She says, all right, your dad will get up and go with you. So Grandpa got up and got ready, put in the car, got his feet in the car, me in there, and your Grandpa was, oh, he had to go. He had to take me to the hospital real quick. I had to go. And I got to the hospital about 5 minutes to 12. They took me up in the front office and she says, we'll get you ready. I said, you can't get me ready. I haven't got enough time. They couldn't prep me. I had to have the baby right away quick. So I didn't go upstairs to be prepped. They put your dad in with my father, and they had to wait out in the hall. And pretty soon the two men come out and I'm on the table. Your dad says to me, can't you talk?
And Grandpa.
Yeah, your grandpa said, can't you talk? I said, what is there to say? I said, you know, I hurt. And I said, it's all over, it's another boy. That's the way it was. 5 minutes to 12.
I thought 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, 6 o'clock in the evening. Norma Jean was born at 12 midnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Good memory.
What church? Oh, what hospital?
Grant.
Grand. That's where Robbie works sometime. Grand Hospital, right?
Norma Jean was born here, and so
Who was president at that time?
God, I don't
Remember? Or how things were?
Oh, yeah.
Things were pretty bad. Hard to. That time.
Sure, when he was baby, people were on depression. He didn't have a dime to their name.
Oh, yeah, Rob was born around that time. Depression.
They wanted $12 for a Christmas tree at the store.
Really?
$12. It
Wow.
was like
I went to the
25 or
corner.
30.
They had a tree at the corner store, it was a little grocery store. And then the owners was, I was new there. I said, I'd like to buy a Christmas tree. I have 2 children and a new baby. I said, what do you want for it? He says, you want the tree outside? I says, how much you want? $12. I said, I don't have 12 cents. You can't have that.
I didn't have 12 cents.
I didn't have 12 cents for a tree.
So you got, what'd you get?
I didn't get any. Your dad went to Weebles in Lincoln Avenue, and he bought a little cardboard fireplace,
I remember that.
and he brought it home.
Cardboard fireplace, and he put
And we
it
made it,
together.
and
was
we had
cute,
a
though.
mantle in the big,
Yeah,
you know, the real one was it? Fireplace mantelpiece. Your dad brought that little mantle home, set it up in front of the fireplace, put a string of lights around it, put the plug in for the lights, and we had a fireplace.
yes, because it was real cute. I remember that. I said, oh, that was so cute. That's when you lived where?
On Damon.
Damon had.
Oh,
Gosh, when you think of them days, oh gosh. Well, that was Depression time anyway. Things people couldn't hardly afford to feed the kids, let alone have Christmas trees and all that.
Well, didn't you get a wagon that pulled, or a truck that pulled up for food?
Yeah, trucks.
Oh, yeah. during
Great big
that-
trucks. They brought 2 great big boxes of canned goods.
And
And
Helen didn't like that though. She said,
I couldn't eat all that canned food.
they gave good food though. Gave good food and a lot of it. Gave you sacks of flour and
Sure, we
sugar,
baked our own bread.
canned stuff, and you know, everything that's.
Your mother, your grandma Sikandi remembered a lot of that stuff.
Sure, she was during that time too.
Because she was a lot younger than I was.
How old, Mama, was she? Difference in age? Than you?
That was nice.
How much difference? Sikenti. How much difference in age?
I don't know how old she was.
I don't either.
I was the oldest.
So it's the
Yeah.
Indians in the work camp.
what was your maiden name, Grandma?
McAleese.
That's right. And then
Yeah,
your
you were
mom's,
making-
and then your mom's last name.
My mother's,
Mm-hmm.
Arquette.
Well,
My mother was French.
okay, wasn't that like that was Charlie Weaver? Was like your
Yeah,
cousin, right?
that's a cousin of
It
my
was a
mother's.
cousin.
Wow.
I got the little statue home. I sent for it. He had a little shop in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He used to save memoirs from the ships, the old ships, you know. So I found that out, and I wrote a letter to him. Told him who I was. I was a cousin of his.
Yeah, you know Helen, she's good at things like
Oh,
that.
yes, I did.
She writes for them things, yes, she did.
Cliff Arquette.
That's it.
And my mother was Josephine Arquette.
Now, isn't his like niece Rosanna Arquette?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know if there's any connection there.
I don't know either. I've seen her, you know, that.
She's an actress.
Yes, Arquette.
Very pretty, isn't she?
Yeah, and she spells her name Arquette, same way that
Yeah.
Grandpa spelled it.
Well, I thought she did mention that, no?
I think
Well,
it could
when I wrote Charlie Weaver a letter, I told him how I remembered his 3 brothers, him and his 2 brothers. There were 3 brothers: Lester, Clifford, Russell, and Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
Well, that was Clifford,
Clifford, Russell, and
Lester.
Lester Arquette. They had a sister, Naomi. See?
I remember vaguely of that.
What
but I
did
remember all that.
what did he say when you wrote him that?
I told him what my name was and how I remembered him. When I was a little girl, about 8 years old, we used to go out on Door Street where they lived in a great big house. I used to run up and down the stairs with his sister and his, you know, the boys,
We had
my
a lot
cousins.
of fun. They weren't all rich.
We used to
fun,
run up the
but we
stairs
really
and
had.
slide down the banister from the top story
Because
to
in
the
them
down.
days, you didn't, you were lucky if you had maybe
But he didn't
one
say
chopped
nothing about that.
chicken up and
Well, and I told him, I said, I remember
Then you were
you
lucky
lived,
to have
you
that.
were from, we were born in Toledo, Ohio. And your mother's name was Winifred. Your mother's name was
No, did
Winifred
you ever
Arquette.
tell him about Mama's name?
Yeah, I told him.
Josephine Arquette?
Josephine Arquette was a cousin of their brothers. Sure, I told him.
Yes, she got
All
the
I did
cup.
was send her a cup.
That's all.
Yeah, I sent him $1 for the cup.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. A lot of nice things happened.
Yeah.
When Teddy Roosevelt was one of the, what did they call him?
For what though? You mean
Theodore Roosevelt. I was in grammar school about
Oh
the fourth
yeah,
grade.
when she wrote a book.
And everybody was writing a bird. And I wrote a book on his autobiography.
Your mother was pretty darn smart.
When I got into the 8th grade, everybody was asked to write a book. I wrote a book that big. I got the prize. And
Yeah,
I
but you never
got-
found the book.
Yeah,
huh?
sure. They printed the book and they put it in my grandmother's bookcase. My
Is that
grandmother
right?
gave it to me.
Huh.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that Grandma Macklin's kept them all. Then after her, then Aunt Dolly kept them. After Aunt Dolly, I don't know who kept them.
See, they, and their father said they had a house, that every time Grandma and Grandpa and Aunt Jean and them, they went, right?
Yeah, we traveled all
Grandpa
around.
traveled all around because of his work.
Yeah, we
But
went
when there was
traveling.
nowhere to stay, they
When we were
always
young
came
kids.
back
Came back to the little
to
house.
Toledo, to the little house
Yeah.
Really?
that was owned by great grandpa,
Yeah.
great grandma, right? Till they finally tore it
Sure.
down or something.
Yeah, we were just little kids traveling on trains. We thought it was wonderful. They were the rickety trains and all that, but we.
How many
we
different
enjoyed it.
places did he work, Mom?
Oh, God. I don't
Well, we
even-
were born, most of us were born in Toledo. Then we went to a little town, Fostoria. Then we went to Columbus, Ohio. We come back to Toledo. Went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Come back to Toledo.
We did a lot of traveling because Dad's
Then you
work.
went to Des Moines too,
We
didn't you?
went to Des Moines and lived 2 years there.
Yeah.
Then the last place we came was Chicago. Come back to
You
Toledo.
see, your great grandpa, or, yeah.
He was
Last-
he was the clerk of the Lucas County Courthouse.
He was a glass cutter. No, your dad. Right?
My father,
He was a, worked for glass cutting.
Well, who was the clerk of county courthouse?
my grandfather on my father's side,
Really? In Chicago?
Toledo,
Oh, in Toledo. Oh,
Grandpa McAleese was the clerk of the Lucas County Club.
Yeah, Grandpa Mackey's was
McAleese.
well known.
But, Grandpa Arquette, my mother's father, he drove a little bicker wagon and horse, delivered groceries.
Yeah, Grandpa quit.
In Toledo.
huh.
And he lived to be 90 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
He'd take us to
See,
church.
see, you ought to make a family tree. You remember all. Well, you have. You got it all in there now. Oh,
Well, he asked me when he was.
That's the way. That's the way to do it. What did you ever do with your other camera?
It's not fixed yet.
Huh?
It's broken.
Oh, you having it fixed?
Not yet.
Robbie, you know Aunt Jean has a camera. It's a. You never did show that one, Robbie.
Oh, I think I did. It's a what was it with the COM kind? You know those cameras? I think I showed it to you or told you about it.
What, Marty's? Is he? You still got it?
Oh, sure.
What is it?
Pardon me?
What kind is it?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's one of those good cameras, and he died.
Coniflex, not the
Pardon me?
Coniflex you were thinking.
No. Nikon?
It's a,
It's something with a C, isn't it?
not a complex.
No. It's
Canon?
Canon?
Canon. Canon.
Yeah, Canon. The
Canon.
Big, the big one.
Yeah, it's got all the stuff on. But see, I never learned to use that camera. Marty, we took it on vacations and all, but I never took it. I had my own little camera.
Uncle Marty take movie pictures too back then or no?
Not moving. We never had
Grandpa
that.
did a while there too.
Oh, Grandpa was in Jesus, this kid should sit and see some of the slides.
Well, I got them here.
Here?
Yeah. I got everything here. All you have to do is take time to do it. But,
What show is the slide?
you saw the slides.
I didn't see them all.
Oh, yeah. Rob, Timmy.
We saw
and
it.
I mean, the one of the,
Oh, I'll show that, yeah. Yeah. This is Nancy that did the dishes or something.
What was Grandpa's mom's maiden name? You remember?
yeah, her name was
Christian?
Bruna. Bruneau.
What was it?
Bruno.
Who's
Bruno.
the,
Bruno.
that's Grandpa Arquit's mother's name?
Bruno?
Was a, no, not the last name,
Bruneau.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Her
Not
name-
just Bruno.
oh, that was Grandma Morrison's?
Grandma Morrison's name was Lundquist.
Oh, Lundquist.
Okay.
No,
Lundquist.
Grandpa.
Your mother's
Arquit.
maiden name?
My mother's maiden name?
Yeah, was,
Fritchie.
oh, Fritchie.
Fritchie, Barbara Fritchie.
Oh.
Well,
She's one of the women.
Names, right?
She's
Yeah.
one of the women that fought in the
Oh,
war.
where did she come? What nationality would
Well,
that
that was
that?
part
Mom is
German.
French.
German?
German and French.
German and French, actually?
She looked more like French. She had
Were they
brown
born in
eyes,
the United
black
States, or
eyes.
were
Yeah, they were
born-
all born in the United States.
Yeah,
But their mom and dad were born
yeah.
were French or Germany? So what nationalities would you think that you are?
Well, I have to tell them I'm a dirty mixture.
Of everything.
Yeah,
All
I'm
American.
Scotch, Irish, and French.
Uh-huh.
A little German.
Scotch,
And,
Irish, and French.
yeah, I said dirty mixture.
And what was Grandpa then?
Grandpa was Scotch Irish, all the way.
Well, no.
Yes, he
Oh,
was.
your father.
My father was Scotch and Irish.
Yeah,
Mama was French.
See,
and
McAleese in Scotch
yeah.
is in Irish is spelled MC but pronounced like MAC. McAleese.
Mm-hmm.
MC
He was Irish.
is Scotch. Like
No,
McFadden.
Irish.
Yeah, like McFadden.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's Scotch.
What was Grandpa or, Dad's dad?
Well, his father, his name was Morrison.
So
Yeah,
what
what was
nationalities
that?
were those?
Swedish, wasn't it?
Well, only a
He was an Orangeman. He was from the northern part of Ireland. He wore the orange flag on Irish
Really?
St. Patrick's Day.
Who
Yeah,
is-
your grandma
Morrison.
Morrison used to say that she was afraid to let your grandpa go out on St. Patrick's Day because he wore an orange hat.
Because that's from Northern Ireland?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's Northern Ireland. They
That's
don't like
true.
each other.
Wow.
But then her father was Swedish, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like Quist.
Yeah. What was your mother's maiden name? Grandma Morrison.
Gee, I don't know.
No, that was Lundquist. Wasn't it Lundquist? Yeah. That's right.
What nationality is Lundquist then?
That's Swedish.
Swedish.
What part of
Oh,
Sweden? Do you remember anything?
Yeah, they came right from Sweden.
Did they?
You know, I went, when we went to Sweden, we looked up Morrison, because I didn't know, so I looked up in
Oh,
all
we
the
had a reg-
directories, there's no Morrisons.
No
No,
Morrisons?
not in Sweden,
Oh, boy.
because it's not a Swedish name.
Yeah.
So
Didn't
then
you
we
say
went
at
to
one time
English.
there was some
English.
Canadian in there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there?
You know, my
Did Dad sound-
mother's father was French Canadian,
Oh,
and he was born in France. But I don't remember what.
I thought you said American Indian in there too somewhere.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
Grandpa Arquit. There was some Indian there.
Mm-hmm.
French Canadian.
He lived to be 92 years old.
Really?
Grandpa
Oh,
Arquit.
boy.
92. He was so good. Wasn't he good to us kids when we were little? He'd walk us to church, And
Any
he
church was
always,
a good church.
Yeah.
As long as we got in there, he gave us a penny each for candy.
Yeah. Oh, them are the days, though. So many times you wonder and all that.
And you know, the
But
minister.
those were fun
they get
days.
so
We didn't know
nice.
anything else, and we
He
thought
bang
that
his
was
fist. His fist on the. God knows about you and all that stuff.
Oh,
I'd say to
yeah.
Grandpa, let's go home, Grandpa. I don't like all the noise.
Mama, isn't it right that over at your house that Grandpa, your dad would bring home all kinds of strangers and they'd live there?
Oh, yeah, they stayed with us.
They'd
Mom
always
and
visit.
He was,
Dad
he was
housed
taking care
so
of
many
homeless people
friends
then,
because they didn't have nothing. And the young
No
fellas,
place to sleep or eat.
yeah,
They lived there.
they stayed with
nice.
us.
Yeah,
When I was married, we had.
that was
He
nice.
had brought a
It
man home
was.
from church.
My mother was always.
We called
Dad
him,
always
we
was
called
like
him
that.
Grandpa Sullivan.
Yeah, Grandpa
And he
Sullivan.
came and lived at our house on Ridgeway
They picked
while
him
I
up.
had
Dad picked him up from Holy Name Cathedral.
Really?
He just talked to this older man,
And he had no place to
Sullivan,
sleep.
and he was such a neat-looking older man. Wasn't he neat? Oh, him with his white
So
shirt
Mama,
and tie.
so Pa brought
And
him
he
home.
was telling Dad, I think, he was telling Dad that, you know, he had to look for a place and he didn't know where to look and this and this. My dad brought him home and he was with us for about 3 years. He used to have a big job in downtown. That
It
store
got
not
to a
here
point
anymore.
where all he knew,
But a great big
used to
store,
bring a dog
bigger
home.
than a field. Well, he was
My
like
brother Paul.
there.
Well,
We'll
Because they
find
went
a
out of
stray dog on
business
the
or
side.
took
Bring
different
a
He did
dog
that,
home.
bring a dog home.
But Grandpa Sullivan, he was so sweet. He really was so cute. His old, immaculate, didn't he always say, so never come to this
And
table.
one thing, he loved potatoes.
Oh, and my sister
And I tell you,
Marcella, she
Marcella, God
died
love
of
her.
him.
You know, she'd always watch Grandpa Sullivan eat.
Yeah.
He was a potato man.
Boy, he ate potatoes.
He could eat a 5-pound bag by himself.
Oh, but
He
he
loved
was a wonderful man. He was a real sweet man. Then he got called to go live with his sister or
In
something.
Boston.
In Boston, was it? Yeah, and that was the last we saw of him, you know. But he loved Marcella. He was crazy about her. We thought maybe he'd leave her some money. At that time, he was doing his banking at Cosmopolitan in Chicago and Clark. And we thought that he would leave her some money because he really liked her. I mean, you know, he felt sorry for her in one way because she couldn't hear and she couldn't, you know, she was like she was. But she was a happy girl too.
Yeah, our family.
We had a lot of fun. We didn't have much money, but we had a lot of fun. So much fun. I went to somebody's house. I saw me a little girl. I don't know how old I was. Helen and I, and this time, we took our pail anyway, didn't we? We went up and by bridges and got some water. That's when I took a nickel. I was bad. I was a little girl. I went and took a nickel off of somewhere where I saw it. So I didn't think it was bad. I just liked that nickel. And she was mean to me. You know, your mother was mean to me. She'd let me carry the pail, and then all of a sudden she'd run away from me, and I was crying, and I was
The water
scared.
down in her nose.
It was all dark. But anyway, I was so scared. But then when we got home, this woman, I don't remember their names, but they lived
Woodruff.
Woodruff. She talked to me, come over, because we didn't have phones then. She come over and she told my mother. She said, you know, Mrs. Mackley, she said,
She said Josephine.
Josephine, yeah. She said, Josephine, I just thought I'd better tell you that she called my first name Blanche. Did Blanche Steele take a nickel off of the table? So my mother says, well, I don't know. She says, wait now. And then she went away. Didn't that lady go home? Then Mama said, you march back to that lady, give her that, and you tell her that you're so sorry that you did that.
Really?
I had to do that. The tears. I was so ashamed. I was so ashamed to do it. Yeah, I was about, I don't know how old I was. I was just little. Might have been about 6.
You were old enough to pick up a nickel.
That was like a big money to me.
Back then.
Yeah, they're all at that time. That was pretty good. But we had lots of fun when we were kids. We didn't have so much, you know, fancy things, but we went. Then they had school. They had the dandelion picking thing, you know, the girls and boys, they go out picking dandelions, and then they would have, you know, whoever got the most dandelions would get the write-up.
Well,
Then Helen, she
Where's
got,
Tim?
downstairs, honey. We'll wait and then
Go
we'll.
ahead, Angie.
and then Helen, you know, Helen, she wrote, they had an essay on Franklin Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Franklin Roosevelt. She wrote a big book on him. She was real smart, this punk. She's too fresh now, but she was pretty smart. Yeah, she won a prize for that.
I was the first one that my father took on a trip to Toledo.
Oh, sure, because you were the
See,
oldest.
and I was 16, I think. And he was going to go to Toledo to find a couple minutes, go back to Chicago then and work for him at Tucker's. So Pa said to me, Helen, he says, would you like to go on a vacation? 3 days, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, I said I'd love it. And I was working in a restaurant. I was a waitress,
You're about 17,
16.
16.
So my father said to me, he says, but don't you go down to Loretta's house or Bernadette's house and tell them you're a waitress. You tell them girls you're a nurse.
You didn't
So
want
right
to
away
let his
there.
family know.
So when I got to Toledo, why my aunts come out. That one aunt was Loretta. She just hit 90 the other day.
She's still alive?
Yeah, and she says, well, Helen, are you still knocking them out and dragging them out? Knocking them down and dragging them out. But she wanted me to be a nurse.
Yeah.
I was a waitress. On a
I said,
cheap,
yeah, I'm dragging them out, right?
Oh, but we had a lot of fun. I like
Mama,
to
is
think
that
about
right?
that.
That's your aunt, huh?
Yeah,
Your Aunt Loretta is still alive?
yeah.
you know, she was at my party.
Yeah. Wasn't that something?
She's about 91 or 2 now. But we tried to get her at her home and we couldn't get her. I think she's staying with, what's her
Her
name?
daughter in
Yeah.
Florida.
Well, how does that work? Where you were only 5 and he had, I mean, she
Yeah.
was only 5 and you were an aunt. She was an
Yeah,
aunt
that's
already.
right. My grandma Mackley said Loretta when she was 55 years old.
Yeah, she was a
You mean your great grandma?
My great grandma.
Yeah, she was like, you know.
And I was only about 10 then.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Loretta
My
was.
God. At 55. That's
about
got to be
that?
almost a record, right?
Yeah, Grandma was.
My goodness.
And Aunt Loretta was the youngest
See,
one of her
Grandma
kids.
Mackley, she had Loretta when she was a
How many children in the family?
Did Loretta, did,
Your great grandma.
my great grandma, she had Loretta, Bernadette, and Dolly,
Yeah, 3
and
girls,
2 boys,
2 boys.
David and Harry.
Oh.
But Loretta was the last baby she had.
She's
And
the only one alive now.
the only one, the last one she had was Loretta. And I was 16, and Loretta was 21. See?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Turn
Or,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, Loretta's the only one living in that family now. Of all the kids and all the people.
Well, yeah, but she was 90. I mean, she's been, you know.
Yeah, she just had an,
My
I think
goodness.
that's about a year ago. She must be
Oh, yeah.
91 now.
She went with us to Bob Art's funeral.
Yeah.
I'm 86,
Yeah.
4 years.
I don't know. I didn't go to Bob's.
No, but Loretta did.
Loretta did, they come in from Toledo.
Yeah,
Jean and I and Marilyn and Loretta,
yeah.
and Loretta's daughter.
And then Loretta's daughter Marilyn, she just died about 3 years ago.
My God.
Oh, she was kind of young, wasn't she? 57.
Well,
Loretta,
who was,
I mean,
who was Carol, my
Oh.
kissing cousin? Whose daughter is that?
That's Loretta's.
That's Loretta's daughter, right?
One of them.
Loretta had 3 daughters, Marilyn, Carol, and Dorothy.
And Carol was my age?
No, she's not quite your age. Oh, she's not much further down. What you call it? She's like Marilyn.
Yeah.
Marilyn's gonna be 57.
Yeah, pretty girl.
Yeah.
Weren't
Marilyn's
you
gonna be
over there
67.
that day?
Yeah,
Did a couple of it?
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, you were over there.
Yeah.
Do you want another?
All right, thank you.
Oh, yeah, we had really a lot of fun. We didn't have much money, but doggone it,
I remember only once I went to Toledo when I was little. Did you bring me there?
I took it.
No, I think you took me. It was a farm.
No,
On
you
the
went to
farm.
Streeter.
Oh, on
That
the
was
farm?
Streeter, where your sister got hurt.
Oh, that wasn't
That's
Toledo.
oh, that was in Streeter.
You remember Streeter when your
Yeah.
sister
Yeah,
got
big
hurt?
farm.
Yeah.
I mean, you had pigs and cows and chickens.
Oh, Christ, that was the Mackley.
Yeah. Strecker. No,
Orange.
Arns farm. And you know, I didn't remember until I saw the pictures that that Ann went with us to Springfield when
Sure.
Laverne had the convertible, the Ford, the
Sure,
red one
sure.
in the hills. Yeah, that must have been the first year we got married. Went to Springfield, Missouri, right?
Your brother,
A squib too?
Norma Jean, Leroy,
Well, we all went. Oh yeah, yeah,
went to Bagnell Dam.
yeah, right. That was
Yeah,
that was that one, huh? Yeah. See, I got all them slides.
That's nice, Bob. That's nice to
Yeah.
hear.
So that's the plan. You know, Robbie and Gene and Mama, a lot of slides, you know. You stick around after I have to take Mama and Gene home, and then we'll show the slides. And we'll all get drunk, we don't have to go to work.
All right, come on, Kevin, let's sing nice and loud. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandpa. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Oh,
Thank
Missed it.
I heard all of it.
Okay, we're gonna cut it for the children, and you, ladies and gentlemen, can go back in the other room, because we'll be serving you in there, and the children will be serving you.
Here, Mama.
Grandma, I can't stand it.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Sorry, but I don't drink.
Give it to Kevin.
You drink it. I don't dare.
Don't drink that beer, Kevin.
You don't like that stuff.
What?
Oh.
Next time.
Next time.
What's he want?
Tell my dad to
Oh. You can play with them all you want here.
Next time you come, you can play with them again.
Sure.
Yeah, see?
You
And
tell,
you can play with
you tell Daddy.
Aren't they
You
nice?
tell Daddy to bring them.
And you're such a good boy.
He's got a whole armful of trucks.
See that?
I can bring the wet.
Yeah, when you come back again, you can play.
I can bring wet. Hey, can we bring it?
I don't think you can.
You ask Grandma Nancy.
Not today.
No, you can't. Not today. You can come back someday and
And
you
play with them. That's what it's for. So when you come here, you can play.
How about I can bring this one home?
No,
Oh,
you got your own card.
When you come here again,
Thanks,
then
Rob.
you've got something to play with.
You know whose car that is? It's Uncle Matt's.
I want to be the bear.
That's Uncle Matt's car.
You will bring them.
I would be this one bear.
Yeah, you're gonna put them away so you can have when you come again.
I would be the bear. And I'm not going to be there.
Can't take them home now.
Can we give her some?
James,
Can I bring back next time, please?
That's what I heard.
Well, honey, that you
Nine
have
in
to
the
put
morning.
them away.
9 in the morning.
But you can play with them.
Please, I want to be
You and Rob, well, Rob's working. What are you doing? You working
I
anymore?
got them to walk to me. You gotta get.
You what?
Hey, please, please, I can't
Oh, you're gonna be on the phone. All right, well, sometime you gotta go see us for basketball.
I was telling him. Right now.
Please,
Listen to that.
You can come back here and play with them
Yes,
another
we come
time.
back another day.
I'm sorry, but
Oh,
no.
neat.
You know
I'm
why?
sorry.
There's another little boy.
Now we don't have to clean all
When
the
you come
money.
back,
They gotta buy
I'm
all
glad
the-
you did next week.
I gotta get rid of the 8-footer. That Maybe ain't next week.
I don't,
Oh,
I'm going to be beer.
I will, but I'm looking for a 12-foot
No, but she
aluminum
plays
D-bottom.
basketball over there at St. John.
You know,
Maybe
maybe
we can
next
go
week.
watch it.
We'll
Then
see.
I, you know,
We can't promise,
you've
but
seen
we'll
it.
see. Her mama
I think
works
it's every
tomorrow
other-
morning, her daddy works.
It's light enough you can pick
Sean
up.
is gone.
But
There's
it's-
no one to
it's
take care of
strong
her.
enough
She's
to put
going
an
to
envelope.
babysit Patrick.
Well, there's a
Little
game
off.
like every weekend.
And I'm real proud of her.
Like
Kind
this
of
girl.
yes, girl.
Can we be out next time?
What do you say?
Can I?
What, sweetheart?
Can I read this next time?
Can you play with it? Can you what?
Can I do
Thank you,
it?
Mama.
I'm not the one who wants it.
You're welcome.
Can I do it?
Grandpa, since you're the closest, would you?
Go ahead.
Chris will come with.
Sure.
Chris, you wanna walk Nancy home?
I'm not going back my alone.
No,
No,
I don't.
that's
I'll walk her.